Yo.
What is that? What is that?
Get your spectral sock out, nerds. It's gonna get good.
And I am Iron Man.
What is going on? I am live here today. The man himself, Paul Thayer, with the man himself over there, Caanan White. Caanan, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I am doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Excited to be on yet another Wednesday.
Facts.
Week I had Igor. This week I have you. Super excited about it. We're on the stream grind, and I'm excited. How was work today?
It was good, man. NDA stuff, but
Yeah.
But it's you know what I'm working on, man. Is it's gonna blow some people away, man. And I ain't trying to just blow a horn, you know what I'm saying? But it's I'm pushing myself. I'm pushing myself. I'm expanding as an artist, and this particular NDA project, man, is gonna be like just that one. It's gonna be like what? So yeah.
Definitely what I seen with the fast turnaround cover that you did. I definitely am expecting something great. And I've seen the interior work with Death Shroud and all the other things you've done previously. You've only getting better with time. So this one's going to be a banger. And,
Hey,
we'll
man,
definitely be grabbing that one.
That is my motto. I was telling somebody today, I was like, a banger after banger. I want every page, dude, to be like a freaking banger. Like, oh my gosh. So I'm purposely devoting extreme amounts of just the time, detail, and concentration, man, to really tell the most comprehensive, most epic, most engrossed story I can tell. So it'll be worth it.
And you do that with every page. The cover you gave me, I gave you a very easy thing. I was like, hey, just draw them versing monsters. We went back and forth 2 seconds, and I'm like, just do whatever, dude. Like,
no doubt. I mean, who wants simple, man? I mean, come on. You gotta go in. So
battling demons, you killed it on it.
Thank you.
But before we dive into that, let's say what up to the chat. We had Igor saying what up earlier. Let's go. First comment gets an intro. Nice. There we go. Appreciate that comment. Igor, my guy, back Lethal Leopard. Check us out. We have the Twisted Twin Studios. Oh, hell yeah. Another saying what up. I appreciate that. You get another intro.
Now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
Nice. There we go. We're flowing with it.
Awesome.
I'm ready. Speaking of the NDAs, you have the Caffeinated Wolf saying yo in the chat, and he says, I want to be talented like Caanan when I grow up.
Well, see, people don't really know this, but I'm about to spill the tea real quick on Andrew.
Yeah.
He actually has artistic skills.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want nobody to know that. Him and another individual in the Rippaverse family also is creative. So yes, you will, Andrew. Yeah, one day. Yeah.
Yes, and with that comment, we are grateful as well. So you get a little intro yourself. Oh my goodness. Sneaking up with the art talents. We have someone else that's saying hi. I'll murder that name. So we'll go 6741 hi. Hello to you. And with another hello, we could do another quick swan.
Yes.
Nice. There we go. Are you a wrestling fan?
I actually am, man. I got back into it probably a couple of years ago, and honestly, it was actually the women's division, not just because but they have really like upped the ante. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Lyra Valkyrie. See, I know them all, dude. Like, and even the Usos, man. Yeet. I'm all in, bro.
Yeah. I don't have a eat, but I should have been ready. I should have been ready for it. But The one thing I do have from recent. There we go,
Yes.
dude. You know,
the last time is now.
yeah, I'm very upset about the loss for John Cena.
Yeah, that was trash.
You know, I think he should have lost in his last match. If he gets the double loss from Dom and then Gunther again, because I thought, you know, my theory of something really cool would have been like, yeah, he beats Dom, he fights someone else, and then he loses to Gunther, and then Gunther's like, I am the greatest intercontinental champion. You could ride that forever. Like Dom will do it, but I think it would have held more value if it would have done the other way, and I hope he wins his last match.
Too. It should, man. I mean, it's John Cena, man. Like, go out on top.
Yeah, and you know, I've been really digging into women awesome, men awesome. I watch wrestling as much as I can, but I don't like the new ESPN thing. It was like the upgrade $2 more, and you'll get the pay-per-views. And I was about to do it, and then I looked, and it was I get ads on Disney and Hulu now. I was like, no way, dude. You know, it's a big jump up.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, man, I think the Netflix was enough.
Yeah,
I think I don't know if the ESPN really is paying off. Of course it's paying them dividends, but I think it's just one. Now it's just kind of like cash grab.
No, and the whole point is, and I see they're upset, and I was seeing it everywhere today that they're not getting the return on the investment. The pay-per-view model's dead. That's why UFC is going to Paramount.
Yeah,
it's a model that you could, if I could watch it on Twitter in 10 minutes, I watch John Cena's entrance at the thing. Like, you know, just let me watch it for free.
Exactly, like we used to. Like, come on.
Yeah. I got a hat signed by the Bellas back in like 2015. It was whatever WrestleMania was in Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Bella twins. They're on the they came back, you know, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Got washed by the new up and comer, but you know, that belt's just being held you know, for now, and then we're gonna have a big WrestleMania that I'm excited for. You know, hopefully the rumor is it's Roman Cody again. I don't know how I feel, but
I mean, I think everybody wants to see Roman Lesnar, man.
Yeah, I want to see Lesnar, but I think Lesnar's just going to eliminate CM Punk or Braun Breaker.
Yeah, I can
you know, like maybe Braun takes it off him, and then Lesnar wants that belt. You know, they can do something cool because CM Punk's not doing 45 minutes with Lesnar.
Yeah. I mean, it's a young man's game, man, and you see it every week, man. You know, which is why a lot of the stars get such a hiatus sometimes. You know,
Igor, I want to be good like Caanan when I grow up.
I want Igor's hair, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Me too.
We're past that point.
Yeah, guys, remember the artistic skill.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
You have to know how to use that power. And speaking of using that power, we have Lethal Leopard, and you did an amazing cover that we need to showcase right now because we're talking about it, and you know, people got to see how awesome it is. We are killing it right now at 52 backers, 2,661, $3,000 were funded. Lines and inks are already done, but Caanan's cover is absolutely sick. Look how amazing this is. Lethal Leopard. Walk me through, you know, your mindset going into this cover and, you know, how you designed it.
Really, man, like I said, just trying to capture as much as possible the character. Like I said, you know, your focus was him as in his human form, and I really wanted to somehow slip in like his alternate beast form, but I wanted to do it in a creative way, man. It still showcased primarily him as he is, you know, as you see him on the cover, but at the same time kind of give you glimpses of what's on the inside. So really, man, just, you know, showing him handling and dishing out, you know, damage, man. You know, got one creature choking it, you know, breaking its neck, and then the other one's, you know, kind of on the prowl, man. But the biggest thing was showing the expression in his face that like he's enjoying it, man, like that he's got that edge, that crazy side, man, of like, you know, almost that bloodlust, you know, kind of thing, man. Like, you know, glimpses of what's on the inside, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
that's it. You know, just, you know, playing with the creatures, man, the demons he was fighting. You know, so you gave me references, man, but you kind of let me play, which I like that.
Yeah.
I was able to kind of create some other versions and variations of the creatures, man. And so it was fun. And the colors, the final colors, dude, it's like they read my mind, man. Like, it was exactly how I kind of saw it. And so shout out to the colorist.
Yeah, shout out Prasad Rao. Prasad Rao colors from Project Naosis 2. No, Project Naosis 1 to 7. He's done my prequel series. He mostly does everything I do, except for when I have an artist do the whole thing. And he kills it. He just like it's the same kind of vibe I am now. Like at first it used to be like I used to be so uptight and really try to get a real crazy script for the cover. And now it's just here's a topic, do what you think, you know better. You know what I mean? So like
I mean,
this was so cool. I did not tell you to do this, you know, and I was telling everyone about this. And the sword, when I saw it in there, I was like, dude, that's such a cool idea. Like to make that instantly into the lore without even second guessing it. Cause everyone else would be like, oh no, I need it. Like, no, it's cool. It works, you know, it works really well. I think it looks cool. It makes me want to, you know, hopefully when we get to higher funding, it shows that we can do an issue 2 and you get a cool cover with this guy right here.
Absolutely.
The demons are sick. The muscle texture is sick.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everyone thought this was the craziest cover that we've had, and it is. Like the detail is insane. Do you know how many hours it took you to make this cover?
Ooh, I say, man, probably totally maybe a few days. You know, working off and on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'd say like if you just took the hours and combined them, it probably average out to probably about 3 days.
Awesome.
And I just wanted to make sure, like I said, man, like capture all the essence of the character, man, and just have fun with it, man. Like it was, I think that's always beneficial when an artist is allowed to just kind of like create, keep giving parameters, of course, because you don't want to go off the rails, but really letting them just create. And you did that, man. I appreciate that. So.
Yeah, if I knew how to draw, I'd be making so many books, and I can't draw because it looks like shit. And, and I know how to write, thank God, but I also learned through, this is my 13th book I'm going to release, and it's all through my published company. Awesome. I've made other books for other Hollywood IPs, but, those are things that they just shop around, and they 5 years, hopefully I make money off of them, but it was something I got hired for anyways, but regardless, I learned that just like long as like you could tell though, like you have a lot of experience, I knew just to, like I texted you and I was like, hey, can you do a cover? You said yes. You asked what? I just gave you something brief and then let you rock. Like come whenever you're ready. You're like, oh, give me this many days. I was like, dude, take however long you need. And I knew I just needed enough time to say I'm going to release. And as soon as you were done with it, that's when I really started hyping this release and say, hey, we're releasing in a week,
That's what's up. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. It's fun, man. It's fun to be able to create, man. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love working with indie creators, man, is that you get so many unique ideas. And, just when you think you've done one cover one way, man, all of a sudden, you get a totally new idea. And I love, like I said, playing with different characters and different concepts. So, yeah,
it was truly an honor. I'm super excited. Definitely going to get you on some Project Naosis stuff, and we're going to go back into it. But I wanted to see the chat. I wanted to see the chat for a second. Captain Wolf, you should do MegaCon Orlando this March if you can. If it's not the same time as C2E2, I don't know why WonderCon and C2E2 are at the same time, and I think MegaCon is too. It's like, dude, you could do 3 different weekends. All the talent can move around. I love WonderCon because it's the San Diego Comic-Con sister, and that's my favorite. And then the New York Comic-Con sister is C2E2. That's the same company, so it's like, like I get it, it's competition, but keep it on one side. I'm super excited. So if it's not, I definitely would check it out, and I definitely gotta say what up. It's a genuine treat to have artists like Kane and Igor draw your characters. I know I'm thankful for their work on my characters.
Oh man, dude, it's an honor. I'm grateful to be able to share a cover with Igor, man. It was pretty awesome. And that's one of the reasons why I did it, just because it's like that's family. It's just like, man, and just to see how good his sequentials are. I don't think Igor really knows how good he is.
It's really
But
crazy. And same thing with
yes,
him. Like, it wasn't like, hey, do this in a month. Like, it took a
yeah,
year. You know, it was
yeah,
like, but just do it whenever you can. Like, you
yeah,
know, and then when we're there, we get there and do it. That's how everyone thinks I'm just pulling these books
yeah,
out of like the air. But I have like so many books being made at once. And then when
yeah,
the 4 are getting closer to the end, I'm like, yeah, we're ready. You know,
exactly,
so like
yeah.
I'm just starting to hype it up now. But I appreciate all of the amazing comments.
Is brought to you by Modelo.
Dude, poor Ben Askren. Buzz, what up, Pete's?
What's
Peeps, hail. What up to you? You deserve an intro, because why not? Let's see, something crazy.
Chair.
Who makes these crazy things, dude?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Love wrestling, have a lot of fun with it. Caanan understands character so well from Twisted Twin Studios. Caanan understands character so well. He tells story through his artwork. It's so powerful. It is
Thank
so
you.
powerful.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
super
you.
crazy. Igor is a beast. His horror artwork is next level.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, dude.
I always tell people, man, when you have good story, man, it kind of births good art, because when the story is compelling, even with Lethal Leopard, man, like I said, I don't know a lot about the story, but from the reference material that you sent, man, it was enough to be like, man, this dude is kind of cool. And then, dude, he has a sword like freaking Berserker, like, bro, like, who can go wrong with a Buster sword? That's like twice the size. It's like, Cloud or something like that. And so that alone, man, was just like perfection. And I yeah, you can't help but draw when the content's good, and if you're into it, your art will show it. If a person is not into it, you'll see that too. And so that's a testament to you, man, and your character you created. You and Igor, y'all created a character, man. That's golden.
So it's based off the likeness of real one, who's Enzo Amore.
Yeah, I saw the photos, and then you did the little video you did with him. I was like,
So we hit it off, and we designed it off him, and we made this cool design. It's so different from Project Naosis.
Yeah.
I know you haven't read Project Naosis, but I definitely need to send you some stuff.
Oh, definitely.
So you can see it, because it's superhero sci-fi. It's so different. Underworld, heaven and hell, and then Anubis, and he's wearing like a wrestling attire, but he has a giant sword. And me and Igor were doing the giant sword before they released Absolute Wonder Woman. So before everyone's like, he's Absolute Wonder Woman, we were working on this first, but it takes a while to do things.
I mean, Absolute Wonder Woman. The giant sword wasn't just her trope. I mean, I said Berserker. If anything, he had the giant one first, So
yeah, Berserker definitely. And Twisted Twin Studios, this is so cool. Co-creation with Igor. Yes, he created all the concept art. We're going to include it in the book.
Nice.
Very grateful to have him. Definitely will get him on some more stuff.
Thank you.
And because I picked him up on covers in 2024, and it just worked out like that. And usually, like, every person I would eventually want to work with in some sort of fashion, because I just love the art. I thought his art was sick, and I was like, oh my God, gotta get him on this. And the cover that you have, it's a sick deal. This will be mass printed. It's our cover B.
Okay.
It will be showcased just as you see. I know these are going to fly. We have exclusives. We have 3 different exclusives that are limited to 100 copies each. When Caanan sent this in, I didn't even think of it, but I was like, oh my God, I got to cover it with the logo. I was like, it's so cool.
Okay.
I was like, let me do 2 special editions, 100 copies each. I know we'll sling them. I was telling Caanan before, me and Real One, these prints, these little prints for $30 a piece, we double signed. People were buying them all day. What do you think they're going to do? These covers, they're going to eat them up. So this one's an absolute steal. And then if you want to get the Virgin as well, limited to 100 copies, never to be printed in again, with that Virgin slate for that black and white and that color. And then of course I'm keeping this one, and I'm keeping a couple for myself, because why not?
You got to.
And we print on super high quality, so
that's what's up.
And these are the interior art pages I showed you, right?
Yes, yeah, you did. Yep. Some of those I haven't seen, but yeah, that man, see Igor, man, his draftsmanship in his detail and composition, man, is like coupled with did he color it too, or did
Prasad colored it.
okay, yeah. So, but yeah, just his draftsmanship, man, and the way he story tells is it's awesome. It's almost like there's enough in each panel to not overshadow what's going on. Like it's still clear, and I think that as an illustrator, that's a testament of being a professional and how good you are when you can take a whole bunch of information and still put it in a way that, man, that it shows everything that needs to be said, but it's still clear. And he's always been good at that. Like that, grabbing that head, dude, that is crazy.
Yeah, so
That's nuts.
it's a hybrid Anubis. He's half human, half Anubis. He's trapped in the underworld, at least this point in the book, and he has to escape. And he's consuming other Anubises because that's part of the power to attain more powers, to find the power that escapes. Because really, an Anubis is the passenger between the realms, right? So he needs to find the one that could pass him through the realm. And this one has wings. So after he kills them, what does he get? Wings. And you could see it.
Dang.
Yeah, without the words, like
exactly.
the story, which is really works. I always end up rewriting my scripts after everything, anyways, because the artwork could tell a better story too sometimes, and I can make it flow better instead of being just marinated to the language, because it is a visual medium. So you really gotta build off that. And this was one of them I sent you, I know, because this is how you did had that demon reference that Igor had a great time making. These were more like minion characters. And when he gets powered up, because he's beating the shit out of all of them, he gets powered up and explodes and exerts all of his energy in this awesome negative splash page.
That's crazy.
And yeah. This is the coolest thing ever.
Jeez. That's nuts, bro.
Yeah, this is the craziest thing. This is a print of its own, or I can even make it as a cover. Easy, And then we have him in his like human form, so we can let everybody know, like, hey, this is a real one. And yeah, dude, super cool.
Does he go back to his human form after, or is it just because he used so much energy with that like burst of power?
Yeah, he has to recharge.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So he has to recharge. Okay. And when he recharges, he can transform back, and he's still powerful here. He's still powerful here.
Okay.
But he's not as powerful as this goat level monster. It could never go into my other universe, because with Project Naosis, there's no multiverse or do-overs. It's the main pitch. This anything fucking goes. So
I got you.
We can have the variants going. We can have tons of cool stuff, because there's a lot of cool maybe future wrestler collabs. And things like that we can end up doing. But super cool. If you love Caanan's cover, add it on to your order, or just get it as itself. Get it in the limited editions. Add some Project Naosis, whatever you can. We appreciate it. We're trying out here. Big swings. Let me see more comments. Caffeinated Wolf. Igor doesn't give himself enough credit, because that's just who he is. His work is incredible. It is incredible. I know he's not here to say it. There you go. See,
there you go.
Ready, dude. Got the things ready. These pages are gorgeous. The layouts and the action are phenomenal. It has so much energy to it. The lines, the inks, the colors, everything flows. I'm very proud of this book as an issue 1. I feel like from my first issue 1 to now, it's like so crazy of a difference.
I'm
really excited just to print it, and the lines and inks are done already. We'll probably print those Ashkens first.
Okay.
Anubis is badass. This is cool. Once again, I'm loving the compliments. The compliments are great.
Thank you. Thank you.
There we go. Yeah, I'm ready, dude. I'm ready. I'm getting stream going. Anything goes. So we get to see some boobs. Possible. There could be demon boobs. There could be tons of different things. I really set up in this issue. All my issues, I try to have a beginning, middle, and end, or I try to do it in a 2-parter. And then especially with my volumes, I try to make it have a beginning, middle, and end, just because books are so far apart. If I make this book now, if I make the next book next year for 6 months, or even if it was 3 months, your attention span's short. So beginning, middle, and end with a slight cliffhanger, we get the whole world in this book. And depending on the reception in conventions, we decide to do more. I do have a real one signed to 6 books, so this would be the first one.
Okay. I think, man, go ahead. I'll let you read the comment first.
Yeah, I'll be shouting out Lethal Leopard on my new comic book review show tomorrow night, and on Well Read Comic Show after that. I should get y'all linked up. Please link us, dude. Please link us. I don't know. I only know through other people that I see or that are friendly to me online, or I see at a convention. That's why before this, I was convincing Caanan to try to get to a convention so I can see him. You know,
I'm Marvel Jesus, you dull creature, and I will not.
you know, and be super excited about it. Because that's really where I meet most of the people, and I base it off of that too, because I was really out of the industry for a bit, and when I came back and then I made my book, my first book, I was like, who sells there? You know, and I see a couple big guys sell, or I see big people online that sell, but it's very different markets, you know. So, you know, I'm trying to flow with that and work with the best, talented, nicest people. You know, we got one more comment in here. Demon boobs. Demon boobs with a W. I definitely have like no holds bar with it. It's underworld. It's scary. We do have some horror elements into it. Igor thinks even for himself from drawing it, it does have that creepy vibe, but it also has that crazy vibe. Like it's wrestling. It's just crazy.
Larger than life. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Excellent clips. We do have excellent clips.
I said the Soskas are huge wrestling fans too, man. Like big time.
I'm a huge wrestling guy. It's when I saw a real one, and I knew him as Enzo at the time. I was like, dude, what's up? You know, and like excited to see him. And then we just passed real quick. I gave him a book, and then that was it. I usually try handing people this stuff, and if it works, it works. Because I have talked with other people, other actors and stuff to like base an IP off of. But they got to be like, it got to work. And when me and him sold at New York Comic-Con, I really knew I made the right call.
That's awesome. Yeah, natural click, man. That's awesome. But yeah,
you wanted to add something before, but I kept cutting you off with all these comments.
No, it was probably related to the art, man. But I don't even remember, man. You're good.
yeah. So the art's super cool. Lethal Leopard. I should drop it in the comments. I'm so not good with the comment stuff, but I will be getting there with all those things. I'm going to get the link right now. I'm going to copy the link.
You will, man. As you grow, man, you get mods and people that can do that type of stuff too. So
I used to be a part of some shows, and I did stuff like that.
Okay.
Here we go. We got huge wrestling fans, wrestling fans.
Right.
It's such a great medium, such a cool world to explore. Endless possibilities. It is endless possibilities. Like this
on the upturned ring step. Oh my God,
dude,
that was a reverse version of what is it, Razor's Edge?
Yeah, the Razor's Edge, and he throws them onto the steel steps. The guys in AEW are insane.
Yeah, they are,
and they're crazy, and I love it. I love Kenny Omega, but I'm a big WWE guy too. It was good to go. Enzo co-produces with West Side Gun and Smoke Desert. They do the fourth rope. So they just did a big Six Flags event. They have the Hardy Boys as their champions for tag team. He's the flyweight champion.
Okay.
They have Fatu, his younger brother. He's their main champion.
Okay.
So they're super cool. I love wrestling. You need to post the link in the comments and then pin it.
Also, it'll be at the top. Yeah. So it won't move with other comments. It'll stay at the top. I don't know.
Maybe that's how I pin it. I think that's how I pin it. I hit the star. Let me know if that works, man. I'm trying to get this. Love ya, ladies, but Canadians saying Roslyn hurts.
Roslyn.
Yeah, let's see. I gotta go.
Shuttle landing on his feet. Oh my God in heaven! The sweet tin music. It is academic.
The sweet chin music, baby.
Yeah, that's like one of the best spots of all time. I wanted to go over more artwork with you. You sent me some stuff. I'd love to go over it. You can kind of walk me through what's going on and to the people. Let me know. Do you see everything?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna pull it back up. There we go. Nice. So this is page 1 in the Ripazine. I'm pretty sure it's Ripazine 2.
Yes. Yep. This is the introduction to Saoirse, or Saoirse, depending on what you would depend on how you want to say it. But this is one of the Eric July's characters within the Rippaverse. She is one of 3 LF certified agents, which means lethal certified, which means they have the authorization to use lethal force. But the beauty of the 3, which we haven't met the third one yet, but we've met the first one. The first one was Salvage, and he's more of the detective. He works for like commercial industries, so like things like people's cargo goes missing, they call him. Shipments go missing, that's Salvage. And I think he has an acceptability of keen hearing, like he can hear like supersonic sounds. Saoirse, on the other hand, is also lethal certified, but she doesn't have any accept powers that we know of. But she gathers information. That's her job. And so she gathers information by any means necessary. And so what you see at the beginning, she's just kind of like training, prepping, this is kind of her standard look, the uniform, skin tight, kind of that kind of Black Widow-ish vibe. And yeah, she's a beast, man. She got hands. She's lethal redhead, the she devil, you call her whatever you want to call her, man. She's that, and she can use her gun or she can use her hands. It just depends on the situation. So yeah.
And who designed this character?
Marcos Rios, with the help with the instructions of Eric July, man. Like that was Eric's brainchild, and Marcos, who is the concept artist for Rippaverse, and most of all the characters you see is usually because of Marcos, from Yaira to Isom to Gooding, all of them. There's only maybe a couple of them that are like that he didn't actually design, and that would be like the Horsemen or something like that, because that's Chuck and Joe. But yeah, that's him. His concept, man. And I kind of altered it a little bit. Just tweaked a little thing. Just kind of added some things in the actual drawing of her. But most of that design is all him. Shout out to Marcos.
Yeah, this one's super sick. Definitely a cool character, and definitely what I saw a lot on social media. Like I said, there's all different markets, and online is definitely something that the Rippaverse has on lock, in my opinion.
Thank you.
I see a lot of the content. Yes, I'm involved with it in the sense of I follow you guys, but I only know about it because of the presence online, and how many people talk about it and talk great things about it.
Right on.
And this character right here, you said she's getting her own book?
Yes, it is in the works, man. Like she is getting, her debut, and the fans wanted it. She's one of the more popular characters, along with Blood Ruth, and we got the women of Rippaverse, man. But we make them, man. They sexy and lethal all at the same time. So it's kind of a throwback of how they used to treat heroines in comics, really giving them that their own platform, man, but at the same time, man, still keeping them with that that sexy and lethal, lethal femme fatale, man. Like we need that character again. And so Saoirse is one of those nods to that classic Black Widow, classic Laura Croft, kind of vibe. If you took those 2 characters and you meshed them together, that's what Saoirse is. And so, her book is definitely going to showcase a lot of that and then some. And that's kind of the beauty of her character. She, as the Rippaverse expands, so does the stories and expanding, beyond Forest Park. And so, Saoirse, because of her being an information gatherer, it can take you all over the world. And that's what's cool, because you can kind of see how, the way the world looks within the Rippaverse. So it's not just Texas, where a lot of stories take place, like Isom and Yaira, but then beyond, what does it look like in Japan? In the Rippaverse, what does it look like in Mexico, or and so forth. So yeah, she allows definitely room to travel. She can get information Germany or Saudi Arabia. You could take her all over the world, man. So I think that's one of the cool things about Saoirse.
And I think that would be that's a big interest too, because it's very good how condensed you guys were able to keep it, especially for so long in a certain area. And then now that's already built and established, when you go somewhere else, you're like, cool, now you can build and establish in other areas as well that won't affect your main characters.
Exactly. Yep. Continuity
there.
or anything. Yeah.
She gathers hearts too, Twisted Twin Studio says.
Yes, she does.
She gathers some hearts.
She is very popular, man, online, man. Like I was doing this I think I'll say not this past month, but maybe the month before, I was doing Saoirse days. And so every day I would draw a picture of Saoirse doing something, whether she was looking for intel, and they were just like little, box illustrations. But I even had her riding a bike, shooting her pistol from a bike, not a motorcycle, but actual bike, man. But the fans loved it, man. We got some of the best fans of the Rippaverse, man, and just the way they embrace the character. It's gonna be exciting, man, to see how they respond to a full book. So yeah.
How many pages is it gonna be?
I don't know. It's like it's one of the things, man, where as you create it, the story evolves as it goes along, and she's a mainstay. She's not it's not like a one shot or a one. She's part of the Rippaverse, man. Like I said, the fans welcomed her in with open arms. So no different than like Blood Ruth and the other characters, Horsemen, and she's part of the Rippaverse, and so it's exciting to see where and what Eric does with her, and being there to actually illustrate it, man, is a treat and an honor. So I look forward to it, man, and I hope you guys enjoy what you see, man, because the things I got planned, brother.
Yeah, dude, we're super excited for it. I definitely think it's gonna pop. The artwork is definitely superior in a sense, not saying things are less than, but in a superior sense of like, wow, it really stands out. You really see the storytelling, and especially in that, and especially with this cover, and you're doing it at the same time right now, so it's the same caliber, of what we're getting, and
absolutely,
I'm super excited for it. Comments real quick. Spartan Steve, someone new, saying what's up. Random video for you.
Hey, you want to be a farmer? Here's a couple of acres.
Nice. There you go. Thank you for checking us out. Hail. We got hot chicks at the Rippaverse, old school ladies looking like ladies. Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Ladies looking like ladies is true, because when you check out this image right here, you feel it. You feel it in a good way. You're like, wow, like it's not overdone. She's in the uniform. She's badass. She's still fierce. Got the bicep going. We got the bicep going. She's working out. She's ready. Yeah. They're not Z's. They're not Z's. Exactly. We're out here.
Right. But I mean, I'm a proponent of that, man. Like sexy but clean and lethal. Yeah. Fit. I mean, that's a dying art in comics nowadays, man. They think it's offensive, man, to show a woman powerful and sexy. And there's because honestly, let's be honest, man, when you draw superheroes like guys, essentially that's what you're doing. It's the same thing. Yep.
All benching 405.
Yeah. Exactly. Everybody's like on creatine, and it's like 2% body
more than creatine, dude. Right.
Right. So it's like it's the same thing, man. Like you can make it in a way, man, that people vibe with it, man, and it's not a bad thing to be sexy and strong. You don't gotta look man built and creepy and weird, like, dude.
Yeah, and she's wearing the coat when she's in the intense meeting. You know what I mean? She's ready to roll. Yeah. Now, this page right here, great setup, great background.
Thank you.
Is she looking for answers? Is that what's going on and transpiring on this page?
She's the bald guy. He's actually asking her to get some information for him, and she's basically, and everybody, you should have read it by now if you haven't, but I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
She's
We're having fun.
basically but he's asking her to get some information, and
So
she's
good.
like, I'm not gonna do it for free. And so he was like, what do you have? And so she was like, I got this. And so he's like, well, that's not good enough. And she was like, well, you pay me and I'll get more.
Yeah.
So she's a spy and she gathers information, but she don't work for free. So
Yeah, this page is sick too.
thank you, man.
On the spree, getting something done.
Yeah.
Love it, dynamic. You see the emotion, you follow it easy. These
And
are
I don't
great
know if you have
pages.
the page before that, but she was actually gathering intel, and the reason why she's running like that, she got caught, and so she's run. You don't see it on these pages. And I forgot to send that one to you.
Yeah.
But she encounters like the bodyguard, and they work for the guy that she's trying to get intel for, which is why she's at this party.
Yeah.
And so they're his personal bodyguards.
Classic.
Yep.
And classic show off, you see it, you get the vibe, they're fighting, going back and forth, great action, great panel movement. Who's this character right here?
She's the bodyguard. She's like the head bodyguard, man. And she doesn't have a name yet, but I'm jockeying, man, to get her to be kind of like Saoirse's nemesis.
More as of this issue, she's more of like a side boss.
Yeah, she's just just an enforcer, and I think based on how it ended, she would have a lot to say as far as some retribution, considering Saoirse planted her face into the ground.
This is at least a 20-foot drop.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like she's getting fucked up.
Yes. So I think she would have something to say, a rebuttal about getting face planted. So.
And before anyone goes, wait, 20 feet up, what does she have? Superpowers? No, she doesn't have superpowers. You know who's done the same exact thing? So
he was crazy.
These are superheroes. Hear me see. Let's see. Another comment. Twisted Twin Studios, Caffeinated Wolf. We are spoiled for talent at the Rippaverse in every department. Teamwork makes the dream work. Everyone sets everyone up for success, and it shows. Love the company, and you guys show up for the stream. It's super cool. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh, righty then.
Yeah, all righty then. Caanan's warm-up sketches are the most beautiful drawings you'll ever see. And you should include those warm-up sketches. If you have all those little ones, you should put them in something at the end, like a nice little fun page.
I hope we do, man. Like I said, there's enough, man. I said, I think there's probably 30, close to 30, so we could do something like once a month or as we prep for, whenever Saoirse is ready to drop, man. You can always put those there as kind of like, little teasers and stuff because, why not,
The Volcano Green, Lava Orange. I don't know what that means. This is what we do to you.
With the Vada Kedavra. Okay.
Yeah, dude. We hit him with that. Yeah, super sick. Really appreciate you doing a cover on Lethal Leopard and working everything you do on the Rippaverse, which is super cool. We're at a solid 2,661, 52 backers. I always end out with at least 100. You guys got to check out Lethal Leopard.
Definitely.
Make sure you check it out. We have amazing cover A by Igor Texeria, who also does all the interior artwork, like the one you see here. Amazing covers by yours truly, Caanan White, killing it. He has exclusives if you don't want to go that ham, or if you do want to go that ham, for $100 you get all the covers. That's the steal. Me and Real One are going to sell the hell out of these. We want to make this thing pop, and we want to make this thing huge. Make sure you come check us out.
It's worth getting all the covers, man. Like if you're a collector and you just want cool art, man, like to see all of those covers together and such variety between them all, man, like get the $100, man. Like those are collectors. These are one and onlys, you know what I mean? Like dude, like why wouldn't you not get those? So fans, get the covers. The $100, get the covers.
get the freaking covers,
The
dude, because they're
freaking
super
covers,
sick.
dog.
It's gonna look sick. We
Yes.
have amazing books. I have the track record.
Yes.
12 other issues before. All these books are popping. They're super glossy. That's Igor's cover right there. Super awesome. I go for days on these. You can't stop me. And this is just adding one more book to the arsenal. I could just go forever at this point. It doesn't matter. And we have variant covers. You know, we're trying out
You
here.
have a collection already, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're like I said, this is my 13th book. We're having 4 more by hopefully by Q2, but I don't want to just say it to say it. But so hopefully Q2, and then we go from there and see what works. Harry Potter mention, it is a W.
Yes,
I think that's my only one. But I'll get another one for you, Andrew. You don't worry. This is just the beginning of my. This is just the beginning of my stream. I the day before I went on stream with Igor, I'm like, I need all these things because I feel like it's just what catches. It's like, what you need to do. Now, with everything you're doing in the Rippaverse and the comics that you're doing, what got you the most hyped? Let's even say excluding the work that you're currently doing. What got you hyped in the Rippaverse? If it's Ripascend, whatever it is, what got you hyped the most right now that you're looking forward to?
I know Andrew's watching, so I have to.
Maybe something that's already done pre-order. Maybe some.
I would say, man, like I love and shout out to the Saskas. Bloodruth 2 is amazing. The journey that she goes on, I'm not trying to spoil it because I know if anybody still needs to read it, hasn't read it yet. The journey she goes on, man, is one of the most amazing stories I've seen from them that they've written, man. Like and yes, speaking of the Saskas, Cursed and Black Eyed Club are definitely the ones that I'm like super anticipating, and I'm curious to see how the fans are gonna like respond to both of them because we've seen Lillian and Michael in various incarnations and various situations, but we've never actually seen or unpacked each of them and figured out why they are the way they are. So Black Eyed Club, we've always talked about how Michael Copper is an expert fighter and other things. You'll get to see that in Black Eyed Club. And then Cursed, we always Lillian is that mysterious figure, and there's a moment where I think it was in either Bloodruth where she was trying to kind of use like her third eye sight and see who Lillian really was, and all she saw was like these eyes. And so it was like, why? Like, what is up with Lillian? And so we'll get to unpack those. So to your question, I'll mention Bloodruth, but then also Lillian and Michael's books. I'm anticipating those, man. I'm super excited, man, to see how the fans and the art, both art are so different and unique. And I think the fans are really going to vibe with the visceral nature of each one, man. If you're into like stuff like John Carpenter's The Thing, you're going to love Cursed. If you love elements of American Psycho kind of vibe, you'll love Michael Copper's story. So like it's kind of like love letters to those type, and everybody knows the Saskas are like really into the horror, and that's their vibe, man. So they've done an amazing job with both of these books, man. And plus we get to see them written individually, because usually they write things in tandem, and so now you get to see their writing styles, and so it's just going to be a unique experience, man. I'm excited, man, to see how the fans are going to take to those two to start in our first true villain books, where they get the spotlight. So yeah.
And the content in there, it's about the same as the usual, like about a trade size, kind of like a couple issues in a sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
So a
Yeah,
lot of
super cool.
content.
And it is cool that they, because they write Yaira together, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's a right statement. And it's good to separate them, show the strengths,
Yeah.
I would say maybe there's an internal friendly battle there as well. Who can have the
Yeah, of
better
course.
book? I know I would. And that's times an infinity of what I'm doing. So, I'm not taking no sides,
Oh,
so I'm
yeah,
just
right,
saying,
right. I just say I love them both.
grab both of those books, grab Lethal Leopard, grab all those
Yes,
good things. So
yes.
Igor's telling you to break some NDAs.
I can't break
Andrew,
any NDAs, Igor. You know this.
yeah, he knows. He likes teasing. He's a teaser. But yeah, check out Lethal Leopard.
Yes.
Lethal Leopard's sick. Kanan's cover is fantastic. Amazing work at Rippaverse. Amazing work for Visual Vibration, your boy at Lethal Leopard. And tons of more fun things to do. Any lasting things that you would like to say to everybody? Anything that you want to share? Did we cover it all?
Let me see if anybody ever wants to see just some other stuff. I've done some stuff for Stranger Comics. Shout out to Sebastian Jones. He's one of the hardest workers. He's like you, man. He reminds me of you, or you remind me of him, I should say. He's been doing it a lot longer. But
So he did is it
Niobe.
Niobe, there you go. Niobe.
Yep,
I have the first two volumes.
Yes, yep. He did Niobe and the World of Asunder, man. Amazing. To me, man, he is on level with the way he's world building is like a modern day kind of Tolkien, and because most people haven't delved into fantasy that deep and that engrossing as he has. Other than somebody like Brandon Sanderson or somebody to that effect, but I did a thing for him called She Tribe, which was awesome. It was co-written with an actress by the name of Tuso Mbedu. She was in Woman King, which was amazing. To be
As
able
the
to
lead?
she was co-lead, and Viola Davis was the main, was the older queen, but Tuso was like her either daughter. I think she was her daughter in the movie. So, but yeah, you can check out that book. Another book, with Stranger Things, was called Assessa, and she's kind of like a sort of like a counter to Niobe. She's like a vampire, and you get to kind of see her story and how she came along. So, yeah, I mean, there's that's pretty much it though, man. Like other stuff I can't talk about because it's I have the NZA hounds in the in the chat are like but good stuff is coming, so get ready. Like there's a lot cooking, man, and it's gonna be fun. 2026 is gonna be pretty awesome. So
you did interiors for that Stranger Comics book?
Yes. Yep.
For which one? She Tribe?
She Tribe, and then Assessa was another one that
She
also
Tribe and Assessa. I was trying
Yep.
to just pull it up quick, but I couldn't find. I couldn't pull up the exact thing, so I wanted to. Oh, Niobe She Tribe. So it's Niobe first, then She Tribe.
Yep. Niobe She Tribe. Yep.
There we go. Let's see if I can pull this up. Try to hold with me, everyone. Let me see if I can do this without failing. I'm just trying to maneuver this website without failing, and I'm failing hard right now.
Good, man.
Let me see. I'm gonna try to. Maybe it's something like this. Is this? Let's see.
So I could tell you if she had a page or something. I could tell.
No, it's coming. It's here right now, dude. It's here.
Okay.
I got it. I think I got it. All right, here.
Yes. Yep.
There we go. This is your artwork right here.
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
Colors by Blonde, man. Blonde he's an amazing colorist, man. He gets it, and so shout out to him. But yeah, that's her. That's Niobe and her mother, and she's basically handing or passing on traditions to her. That's by Jane Lee, the cover by Jane Lee.
Jane Lee cover. Yeah, you could tell right away. There's certain people that you could tell
exactly
who their artwork is right away.
Exactly.
I think yours has that standout property as well. This is what the cover is, right? Yeah.
That is, I think, promotional art, and then the other one is a cover. I can't remember. Yeah, that's also cover that was based off of Us. It was kind of like a nod to Us. So yeah,
there you go. Caanan White. I see it. Nice. Cool.
Yep. So yeah, man, done a little bit of everything, man, and I'm grateful to have worked with so many different people. Yeah, exactly. NDA.
people know, dude. People know.
Yeah, right.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
No spoilers,
No.
unless we're allowed. And hopefully,
Exactly.
but that's why we're. It's cool. You have a great wheelhouse fantasy. Now, this is more, I would say, like 007 superhero-esque, right?
Yep. Espionage, kind of, information gathering, more almost like Black Widow spy stuff.
Yeah,
kind of vibe. So
and we need a real Black Widow book. So this seems like that vibe. So
yep. So
but yeah, seems like this was a great stream. I really appreciate having you on. I know you're a very busy guy. You said you had a busy day at work today, and we appreciate your time.
I
And definitely will work more in the future and
Absolutely.
hopefully stream more, because this was very seamless. This was as seamless as this RKO.
Randy in position for another curb stop. RKO!
Very
awesome.
seamless podcast. So, make sure, guys, one more time, check out Lethal Leopard. It's super cool. Caanan absolutely kills it on the cover on here. We have an amazing interiors by Igor Texaria. Igor is a phenomenal artist who works with Caanan White in the Rippaverse. Great guys, great artwork. That's where we are. The artwork speaks for itself. Make sure you come on by Lethal Leopard back today, and let's make this happen so we can succeed and bring it to the next level. For an incredible black and white story, read the mini by the Saskas. You heard it here. It here. It's a fantastic black and white analog. What is it? What is he speaking about?
Seriously, it's a fantastic black and white analog. I don't know if I can say.
Yeah, okay. So that's okay. And we appreciate it. So, thanks for everyone stopping by. Make sure you share it. Make sure you let everybody know Lethal Leopard's cool. Grab that Caanan White cover. I'm going to clip that, you telling everybody to back that $100 thing. And I will see you guys next time.
And that's all, folks.